Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Sleeper Hold, where no disqualification of the topics and falls count anywhere. I decided not to let the analyst start this one. I am your host, Priest. Right beside me is the analyst, Rob Leach.
That's right.
And also to my other side is the Kluginator.
Indeed.
There we go. And guys, unfortunately for the situation, he's not feeling well, so the insider, Eric Zeidler, will not be here tonight.
It's sticking, Eric.
But he is going to be viewing as we are streaming this live on YouTube.
Always.
Yes.
You almost said Facebook.
I did, because old habits. Oh, man. So, before we get into anything else, with the big TV shows and all that stuff, why don't you talk about the locals?
Well,
this
past Saturday, PWA presented "'Twas the Fight Before Christmas" right here in Springfield at the 8th Street Gym. And all through the gym, yes. I will just go quickly through all of this. So we started the show off. The model Bishop had some words to say, and he informed us all. I'm not buying any of it, by the way, but he informed us all that his in-ring and modeling careers are over after the pile driver he took from Guy Smith last month.
Are you trying to say he's a liar?
Yeah.
Wow.
I never believed in the modeling career in the first place.
Man, you have some bias. I thought you, as a reporter, you weren't supposed to be biased.
I'm not biased. I'm just saying I'm not buying it. I'm not biasing
He's a plus-size model.
They have to have somebody to represent
He's
them.
wearing the Male Model of the Year shirt that he got in like 1999 from his college senior year.
But that was a time when things were really, really, really good looking.
Well, yeah, and it was when he was about 2 sizes down, too.
But don't you understand?
I don't think the shirt would have fit if he was only 2 sizes.
It's a time when people accepted that some people are just really, really, really good looking.
Okay. Anyway,
He's never seen Zoolander.
Apparently not.
Man,
not.
This is the second person today. I'm done.
All I know is his tights are actually imported by Zoolander himself.
Oh, well, fair enough.
So, anyway, so he said, alright, Dan Liplock, I've tagged with you a few times, but now my in-ring career is over. So, I'm going to be your new mentor, and we're going to start with my first match as your mentor against Sean Orleans. This was confusing, and I don't understand what happened. Stephen Bishop, the retired performer, jumped up on the apron. Sean Orleans came in to Liplock for a forearm. Liplock, who was so worried about his injured mentor, pulled his injured mentor into harm's way.
So he could get injured even more.
I don't.
And he got hit right in the neck.
Liplock wouldn't do that. He was such a
Bishop-
nice, kind gentleman last week. I don't think
Bishop
he'd ever do that.
fell into the ring. Sean Orleans was confused as to what just happened. The referee was confused as to what just happened. And I understand. Joseph Pullman's only been reffing for a few months. But come on, when a guy like Dan Liplock looks at you and just says, ring the bell, don't ring the bell and declare the disqualification and Liplock the winner.
But there was interference.
Yeah, I mean, no, there wasn't.
Oh, I'm loving this already. This is a good show.
I mean, Bishop just got pulled in. Usually when the manager gets hit, there's no, it just, we keep going. Why did Joseph Pullman ring the bell? Liplock, I'll give it to him. It was Liplock's very first PWA. No, it wasn't. It was his second PWA victory, as far as I can remember. His first one came in Athens when he teamed with Guy Smith. And Dan Liplock thought he had the win. Guy Smith said, goodbye, I got the pin.
Gotcha.
Anyway, we'll move on. Next up, we had a tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
The in-ring tag team debut, I believe, of Richard Faith, as he teamed with Magnus to take on Sweet Street, IJ Sweet and Johnny Kincaid. And Richard Faith, the king of the eye rake, as I'm going to deem him, because he raked the eyes about 15 times in this match, got the pinfall on Johnny Kincaid. And then they attacked him.
So you're saying Sweet Street's not having a sweet time?
No, they're very much not.
They were given the good book, though.
Then they attacked them with Magnus's mask, and of course the good book, the Bible.
Yeah.
Just got hit upside the head with it, whatever.
It's good reading
material. Yeah, it's a pretty thick book.
Anyway, next up, I got in the ring and I said, all right, listen, there's someone else who has some words to say tonight. And it was PWA Hall of Famer Rip Mystic.
It was good to see him again.
He made his entrance and he said, all right, I've been watching from the sidelines for a while. I'm retired, but I've been best friends with this guy for a long time now. So I have some words that I want to share with Mr. Brian Ely. And he said, Brian, how easy is it to cheat the system to win every time? And Brian said, you know what, that's real easy for you to say on the sidelines. And Rip said, all right, fine. Prove yourself against Scotty Cash. Prove that you're still as great as you once were against Scotty Cash. And Brian Ely got beat by Scotty Cash. Yeah. Brian Ely squashed him the whole time. And then he just looks over and Scotty hits a spear and it's over.
Sounds about right.
I guess Rip Mystic can say, I told you so.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Anyway, next up, what happened? I can't remember.
You're supposed to be one of those. Harley's match?
Was it? Yeah, it was. We had a debut in the women's division. Charlie Cruel defeated Harley in her PWA debut in very impressive fashion.
I noticed a handful of tights there, though, on the pin. I don't know if you saw that from your point of view.
I don't know. There was a big ring post in the way, along with a big camera guy in the way. It was a situation.
I'm staying out of this one.
I
got things I could say, but I'm just gonna stay out of this one and just.
I'm just stating I'm just stating. There was a camera guy. I'm not gonna say any names. I'm not gonna say if he was a still or mobile photographer. I'm not going to state that it was videography.
Don't you mean still or video?
Yeah, whatever. That.
Good night, everybody.
That's it for this edition of Sleeper Hole.
It's been a great 10-minute show, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week. But no, so, I mean, I just saw Charlie Cruel got the big... I don't really remember much from this match.
What were you doing? Sipping on the NyQuil?
Probably. I can't remember. I really can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it starts so early these days.
Then there was intermission, and we sang Happy Birthday to a member of the PWA.
That was more you.
I and a few PWA fans sang Happy Birthday to one member of the PWA family, Emma, who I would consider the mother of PWA, Robin Casper, Victor Analog, and referee Joseph Pullman.
I'm so glad that you guys skipped me when I was September. I'm so glad that
I'm going to remember that this September.
I'm so glad that you guys...
I mean...
You'll forget again, and I'll be okay with it.
No, I won't. I'm going to remember your birthday's in September. I don't care how many shows we have.
Remember, we have you on Facebook, so we have access to
I could easily remove that. Give me 5 seconds. And
he could literally pull out his phone right now, but I'm going to remember September. All right,
remember that.
Remember. But no, so...
well played.
After intermission, then, we saw, I believe it was the tag title match. Except, first off...
We missed Eric in October, too, he says.
Doggone it. I'll remember that one,
safe.
Anyway, next up, we saw Tom Arson, the newest PWA Hall of Famer, come out with some words to say as well. Diana Ross, I don't think, was there at this point. But Tom Arson said, okay, spectacle, we lost our president. And this place has been absolutely devastating without a president. So we need a new president.
I've told you guys before, Pickett and Priest.
Pickett and Priest 2018, get shit done. That was
the
rally
2019.
cry. Now it has to be
Pickett's never there.
2019.
Well, that's fine. We can just do Priest 2019.
It's okay. I mean,
I can make things happen. I'm always on the side of entertainment. I'm not for the face. I'm not for the heel.
That's why you have a running mate. That's why you have a running mate, so you don't have to show up all the time. Isn't that how that works? Something like that. Get shit done. But no, Tom Arson was not thinking get shit done. He was more thinking we needed a queen, and not Harley, but Stephanie, the queen, the king Stephanie Queen, or the queen Stephanie King.
I do apologize, Stephanie. You can hurt him later.
Wow.
And so
Stephanie,
Attitude Inc.
you
said,
can beat the crap out of him on that one.
Attitude Inc. said, here's your new president. I said, no. Tom Arson kept looking at me and telling me, loyal, honest, judicious. I don't think judicious is a word, but he kept telling me judicious. Not judicial, dude, judicious.
I could make a joke here, but I don't want us to get demonetized, so I'll behave.
Oh no! I can only imagine. Anyway, so yeah, Stephanie King said, "I'm your new president." Victor Analog.
I don't think that's been confirmed by PWA.
Well, that's why I said Stephanie King said that. Then Victor Analog and Hatta said no, and rushed the ring and started attacking Attitude Inc. Tom Arson and Stephanie got the hell out of there. I tried to get the hell out of there, but then Joseph Pullman, the referee, slid right at my feet. So I go to get out of the ring. I look down, and he's there, and I'm just... All right. I just kind of accepted it.
You just went with the flow there, huh?
Yeah. Joseph got up, and I shoved him out of the way. I said, get out of my way, dude. And
poor Joseph.
Anyway, so we were in the middle of the match, and all of a sudden Tom Arson said, hey, Analog, here's a boot. And yeah, that match got thrown out real quick. I was told it was a no contest somehow.
Fair enough.
Joseph Pullman back at it with the expert analysis.
Hey. Gotta give the guy some credit. He's trying.
He's good as a referee. It's just not with final decisions. But that's okay. That's something that he can improve.
He's going to refine and condition himself into being the referee of the 2019.
Yes. Or maybe he'll just stop reffing. I don't know. Anyway.
You have my support, Joseph.
Anyway.
I feel like I'm an old Ninja Turtles video game.
It ended up being a no contest. And while Guy Smith, Spencer Powers, and Tom Arson were attacking Analog and Hatta, and trying to throw Joseph Pullman out of the ring and pulling an Enzo Amore and smacking his head into the rope.
Ooh.
I looked and I was screaming at Arson and Powers. I was like, what is the reason behind this? What are you doing? What's wrong with you? And Arson looked at me in the eyes and he told me, this is what happens when there's no authority.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
So here's what I collected from this. Here's what I collected from this. Their actions are not only a cause of no authority, but they're also a rally for more authority.
Still, hello. Is it me you're looking for? The future president of PWA.
I love you. That's all I remember. Anyway, so...
Eric says we can rebuild him as the ultimate ref. We have the technology. We don't have $6 million to invest in him right now.
One. Two.
I'm gonna laugh if the next show he actually pulls that stunt.
2. Takes about 45 seconds for a full 3 count.
Oil can.
Oil can.
Eric's like, well, then the best ref for $20.
Moving forward. Poor Joseph.
Anyway,
You're having such a hard time.
After this match and after the vicious assault on everyone, thank God I wasn't involved because Arson and Attitude Inc. That's 3 guys that have attacked me before, and I'm very scared of them.
Yeah.
And they were attacking Hada, a 4th guy that has attacked me before. So I didn't know what to do.
You don't really have much of a track record when it comes to the locker room, do you?
I just kind of wanted to step back. I said...
Well, he has a record. It's just and however many guys have attacked him.
Backstage before the show, Attitude Inc. were making the rounds, and I said... And for some reason, they were filming a video. And I looked at them. I was like, hey, guys, sorry to interrupt your video, but can I just get your weight one more time? And Guy Smith said, well, you're supposed to know this. We are, and I'll admit, Dan Liplock, I'm sorry that they kind of stole your thing right in front of you, might I add. But Guy Smith said they are 1,000 combined pounds of solid steel and sex appeal. And I looked at Dan Liplock, that was right behind Guy Smith, and he had the most insulted look on his face. Then I look at Spencer Powers, and he just looks me dead in the eye and goes, "Is everything?" And then remember that video where Guy Smith looked at IJ Sweet and said, "Beat a girl, what are you talking about?" and shoved his head into the door. That happened to me. Last words I heard were, "Is everything?" Much like earlier this year when I got hit with the chair, except Guy Smith just kind of shoved me into a door. And it was a situation. Anyway, next up, we had just a one-on-one match. It feels like it was a street fight by the way it started outside the ring, and the portion of it before the match began outside the ring was longer than the portion of it that actually legally took place in the ring.
Okay.
Riley McGuire versus Cardini. Riley McGuire entered the ring, and as Cardini was making his way down the aisle...
Some people don't realize that the match doesn't actually start until both competitors are in the ring and the ref signals for the bell to be rung.
Yeah.
Well, see, here's what happened. I was in the ring, and I look at Riley McGuire. I saw that look in his eyes, and it scared me.
I'm sorry, and not to interrupt, but I say when the ref signals for the bell to ring, not
the referee, not the cameraman,
not the ringside cameraman.
Or the ringside fans that seem to want control. Anyway, so Riley McGuire got that look in his eyes, and before I knew it, he was running at the ropes, and it scared me. And he went for a spaceman plancha, and he crashed and burned. This man jumped up, and it went well, and then his knees got caught on the top rope. He made the full rotation over, but didn't make it to Cardini, instead made it and just landed square on his back, perfectly on the edge of the apron.
Ouch.
Right in the middle of his spine. I watched him fold backward, and I was like... Joseph Pullman leaned over to me. He was the ref for this match, dude. He leaned over to me, and pardon my French, he goes, "Oh shit."
You know what he's probably actually thinking is, man, that $20 is not enough for this match. They need to up it to 40.
I walk across
I'm
the
not
ring.
even sure if $20 is.
I get out of the ring, back over to commentary with Billy Alexander. We're confused for the 10 minutes this is outside of the ring. Because we're trying to figure out, we don't know if the bell has rang yet, because neither of us heard it, but maybe we just missed it. And Joseph Pullman's not counting them out, and there's no disqualifications. And then they get back in the ring and the bell rings, and, well, that took about 5 minutes, and it was over.
Fair enough.
Cardini won.
Okay, fair enough.
Then was your main event, which was actually pretty eventful, and both competitors,
the main event,
Casey Jackson and Jimmy Carrot, got in the ring, and after all the music had stopped, it still took me about 5 minutes before I could begin announcing, because the fans were on top of their game. 5 solid minutes of KC sucks. KC sucks. Louder than I've ever heard it before.
When they hate somebody, they hate somebody. I'm just saying.
I finished the announcing, got out of the ring, made my way to the commentary table. Match had started. Fans still had not stopped. Fans were still going. The fans were still chanting KC sucks. And as I'm trying to call the beginning of this match, Jimmy Carrot says, "Hey, bring me that microphone." I said, "Oh, what now?" "Here you go." Or no, Carrot didn't say that. Casey said it.
Okay.
I was like, "What do you want?" Casey talks his trash, hands the mic back, and it was a good match. For about 10 or 12 minutes, Casey got the hell beat out of him by Jimmy Carrot. 100%.
There you go.
No more, no less. And then Casey got his offense in, but just when it looked like Jimmy Carrot was about to win, he hit the gold star press, that shooting star press he's very well known for. He's in the cover. He's about to pin Casey Jackson, I believe for the very first time in PWA history.
Okay.
Attitude Inc. said no. Attitude Inc. rushed the ring, broke up the pinfall, and caused the disqualification.
That doesn't sound like much.
So
order.
Jimmy Carrot still won.
Jimmy Carrot won by DQ. His very first victory over Casey Jackson ever. However, it was a disqualification.
Yeah, it doesn't really sound like order against the chaos there. Just saying.
Yes, but anyway, so...
Eric asked if the crowd was louder than the crowd in Athens.
Yeah. Well, I can't tell you necessarily, because I had to leave Athens early to pull our ring to Beardstown.
They wouldn't leave Casey alone in Athens.
Oh no, they were. I remember that now, and they were probably worse in Athens. Only because in Athens they were like following him back to the locker room, and after he changed, he comes back out, and they're following him to his car. They followed him to his car after the show was over and the ring was down. He's trying to go to the second show in Beardstown. They followed him to the car.
That's classic old school territory days right there.
That's when you don't have a locker room with a back entrance so you can just go out to your car without anyone knowing. That's when the locker room is across the community park from your car and you have to walk over there blatantly.
That's great. That's great.
Anyway, so Jimmy Carrot's being attacked by KC, Arson, and Attitude Inc.
Uh-huh.
Well, there was a visitor.
Okay.
Carrot's in trouble.
Okay.
Looks like Attitude Inc. and their partners are on top of things, and we're going to end the show like this.
Regime 2.0, it seems.
All of a sudden, that beginning riff.
Yeah, I hear that's been the nickname for him now.
Regime 2.0?
Yeah.
I mean, perhaps. Anyway, the beginning guitar riff hits. Truck Thompson rushes the ring, beats the hell out of everyone, throws them all out of the ring. And Carrot grabs the microphone and says, "Listen, Attitude Inc., you want to cause your chaos, right? How about me and Truck against any two of your guys? In fact, I know which two I want. I want the tag team champions. Here's your challenge." Attitude Inc. are like, "Nope, sorry. Stephanie's the president." She says no. They go backstage, and I say, "Remember, Jimmy Carrot won by DQ." And referee Chris Barrow comes up to me. He says, "Hey, I just talked with a couple members of the board of directors, the head of the board, Robin Casper. This match is on." I looked, I said, "Hey, Jimmy, your match is confirmed. Tag titles, Truck Thompson and Jimmy Carrot versus Attitude Inc. on January 5th at the 8th Street Gym.
There you go.
Blood, sweat, and tears. And we're going to have to see if Jimmy Carrot and Truck Thompson can dethrone, I believe, the longest reigning tag team champions in PWA history."
That will be an interesting one for sure.
Of course. Anyway, so that was PWA.
Yes.
Then we had 0-1. I'm not going to get too far into 0-1, but I can tell you we had a 5-man scramble.
Okay.
Nick Brubaker, CJ Aspar. Brubaker got the victory with a cheap roll-up.
Hey, whatever works.
Of course. Anyway, so we also had Proving Ground Pro because it was a co-promoted show to help raise money for Chris Cunningham to get a new handicap van. Mm-hmm. So Proving Ground Pro had a few matches, and they had a Cutting Edge Championship match as Mike Outlaw defended the title against Dirty Jake Durden. Jake Durden is in January. Battle Royal to qualify for a Battle Royal.
Okay. That
Battle Royal will be contested for the 0-1 USA Heavyweight Championship. But it was great. We had guys like Big Sexy JP,
okay,
Victor Analog, Johnny Kincaid, Tootie Lynn Ramsey,
nice,
handsome Dan Liplock, accompanied by yours truly. And, well,
I think I see a little bias there, don't you?
That's a little bit.
Got in the ring. Dan Liplock had his words to say. He said, "You guys should be thankful that you are stepping in the ring with the American wet dream." Handsome Dan Liplock. The guys had had enough of it. Riley McGuire, who was also in the match, kicked Dan Liplock in the gut, threw him outside of the ring. After Dan Liplock was on the outside of the ring, the match began. And Dan Liplock made his way over to me. And I've been informed that we were running a campsite, per se. I think these people were just jealous that we didn't share our s'mores. But we were told there was a campsite outside of the ring, because Dan Liplock stayed outside of the ring for the whole match. That's whatever. Sorry you didn't get any s'mores, I guess.
Did you at least put the fire out before you left?
Yes, I made sure to put the fire out very last second.
Good
because Tootie Lynn Ramsey thought she won the match. And Dan Liplock said, no. No. Dan Liplock rolled in there last minute and said, goodbye and good night. Dan Liplock, January 26th at 01 in Mattoon, is in that 30-man staggered entry battle royal. In his very first title match ever.
I see.
Yes. Might I say, indeed.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Anyway, keep going, young man.
Anyway, then there was the main event. Chainsaw King versus the zombie princess himself, Jimmy Jacobs.
Okay. It's just the way that...
You know,
from the zombie princess.
Yes. From
and
TNA.
This is a guy.
From TNA. Impact. Former WWE creative writer.
Do you see the problem there?
I'm just picturing a zombie Disney princess with
No.
a big old lumberjack beard.
This guy doesn't have a big old lumberjack beard.
Every last inch of
some
is
reason-
covered in hair.
Oh, man.
Thanks for watching the Sleeper Hold, everyone.
Oh no, we're not done yet. You
No,
gotta
so
finish
anyway-
this. I got some stuff to say in a little while.
Yes, of course.
And we also have a show coming up this weekend.
Yes, we do. But he's gotta keep
Oh,
going.
yes. But anyway, so Zombie Princess, you look at him, he kind of reminds me of Prince. I don't know why. I feel like he just kind of resembles him. Then he comes out with like a purple robe dress, I think, thing on. And he really just reminds me of Prince. Anyway, let's move on. Because this Sunday at the 8th Street Gym is Pro Wrestling Force. The debut of a brand new company right here in Springfield. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Once I find the email with the information in it, it will be even more fun to talk to you about. Here it is, I found it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'll just give you the rundown of all the matches. Your first match will be a 6-man tag team match. Harry Comer, Brady James, and Riley McGuire versus Austin Hayes, Corey Roberts, and Nick King. Another match we will see, Ace Perry will face the Lone Wolf, the leader of the pack, Stephen Wolf. That's his moniker. We will have
Leader of the pack.
Aaron Williams will take on Jake Omen.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see Sophie King taking on Tootie Lynn Ramsey. We'll see a 6-man lucha scramble where a tag is not necessary to become the legal man in the match between Jackson Stone, Gringo Loco, Orion Creed, Golden Dragon, Bandolero, and Jake Parnell.
Wait. How's a tag not necessary to become the legal man? How's that work?
It's lucha rules. I don't know how it works.
Okay, I'm not that versed in lucha rules.
No, he's got to do homework later on.
Anyway, next up, Lotus will take on the Top Guys.
No, here it is.
All right.
Matt Fitchett will take on Myron Reed. And your main event, the winning team will advance to round 2 of the Pure Wrestling Championship Tournament. Logan James and Jake Lander take on Big Mike Michael Elgin and former IWGP United States Champion Juice Robinson. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Sounds like it.
I can't wait. And then January 5th is PWA Blood, Sweat, and Tears at the 8th Street Gym. 1401 North 8th Street, Springfield, Illinois. Also $12. Kids 6 to 12 are $10. Kids 5 and under are always free. Doors open 6:30 p.m. Showtime 7 o'clock. We will see Attitude Inc. defend the Tag Team Championship against Jimmy Carrot and Chuck Thompson.
Anything else?
Women's action as well. I know Sierra's going to be there.
Okay. Wow, I think you covered that pretty well, don't you think?
Yeah.
Even with all the times we try to mess with him, throw curveballs,
Right.
do some jokes.
No curveballs.
No, there were curveballs. You just somehow dodged them.
Yep. Okay. What was it that you wanted to bring up?
Well, I was actually expecting us to have 10 minutes pass before this, having the last 5 minutes, but we're kind of just going through everything here and talking about everything. I want to kind of bring up a little bit of a real talk, if you will. First of all, as many of you guys know who have been following us from back in the days of the podcast to starting out with 217 Radio at the 217 Radio studio to transitioning to where we were after 217 Radio to now here. We've had a lot of transitions, we've had a lot of changes, we've had a lot of growths. And this is one topic that, after talking to the head of 217 Radio, I believe now's the time to talk about this. You've seen a lot of changes here, guys. You've seen me go from being the only person on this show to having co-hosts such as Zombie and Tiny T. You've seen me expand from that to where we had the analyst join us. And then we had Kluganator join us. And then we had the newest edition, the Insider, Eric Zeidler. It's been a wonderful, fun journey. 2019 is going to be incredible. I have a lot of confidence because we've talked about things that we want to do in the future because we've seen things that you guys enjoy watching. You guys don't always really care when we talk about the WWE. I mean, we can bring up some good discussions, good debates and everything else, but that's not really what drives the Sleeper Hole. What really drives the Sleeper Hole is when we get a chance to talk about the local shows and to the local talent. Brian Ely, Casey Jackson, we haven't had Derek Moss yet, but Jake Lander, Harley. I mean, those are just a handful of people we can mention. Tom Arson, we've had him on here.
Handsome Dan Liplock.
Liplock, yes. Yeah, let's make sure we stroke that ego there, buddy.
It's not my ego, it's his.
We've had a lot of good times. We've even had times in the past where we even had special episodes where we interviewed ourselves. I remember we did one where we kicked off, talked about, my history of all the stuff and my experiences in the wrestling world. And we did that with a few other people. And I think that that'd be something great for these guys to do as well. That leads me to this bit of information that I feel now is the most important time to say this. There's 2 weeks left in 2018. There's 2 weeks left that you will see yours truly here on the show front running. As these gentlemen already know, I am going to be taking a silent kind of position role, stepping back, and these gentlemen, including the Insider Eric Zeidler, will be your new front runners, your new head focus points for the show. I am already appointing right now, unless these guys decide otherwise on occasions, whatever, more than likely the analyst will be your front runner. Kluge, he's got this whole...
I'm the technical guy.
Yeah, he's got all the text. You've got the tech stuff down to a science, as well as the history and background knowledge of the whole wrestling history and everything else to a science. Eric, he knows a lot of things going on, not just WWE, but everything else, as well as he just gets a real good job of getting the inside scoop on things.
He's the insider.
That's right. That's why I got him that name. So, that being said, next week and the week after are going to be the last 2 weeks that you will see me here front running the show. It doesn't mean I may not come back every now and then as like a quote-unquote guest, if you will.
Or guest commentator.
Yeah, absolutely. But it will be the last 2 times besides today where you'll be seeing me here, talking to you, and signing everything out and having a good time. I'm going to be just enjoying things from the background, helping these guys get this to where I always envisioned it to be, where I dreamed it would be, and where I think they can take it. I already said real talk, so let's be really transparent about this. There's just been a lot of stuff going on in my personal life that's kind of dragged me away from having the passion and the love that I used to have for a lot of things, including this. I still love it. I still have passion for the independent wrestling world, but it's not as strong as it used to be. So this little step back is going to be able to help me rebuild that while working on my own personal things. As well as I will say there has been times where the drama has gotten to be too exhausting for me. You know, it's either the drama has happened, unfortunately, with my show, my baby, or drama that I've seen in the locker rooms of local shows, or local shows competing with local shows, or anything like that. You know, those are times where it has taken a toll on me, and that's why I think it's a wise choice before I become bitter and just completely, lack of a better phrase, hateful towards the whole independent wrestling world. I should take a step back and let these gentlemen take it where I know it can get to. So that's all I really have to say about that. You will see me next week. You will see me again the week after on the finale of this season's Sleeper Hold. And then of course, these guys are going to kick off the next season on the first Thursday of January. So if you have anything you want to say or you know who to talk to. These guys will definitely do it. And if you want to be on the show, wrestlers, producers, any of you guys, even referees, I don't care. You know who to talk to. You know who to get hold of. They will get you hooked up and set up a time for you to come here, be a guest like you've seen with Brian Ely and Harley, Liplock. Heck, even Jason Wilhite has been here as a guest. It was an incredible time when he was here. You're going to see those things. Guy Smith, absolutely. So yes, definitely do not hesitate, because 2019 is going to be your year, guys. I want these guys to focus on you guys, make it all about you guys, and let's get you guys shown off to everyone so you guys can get more exposure. That's all I have to say about that. What do you guys feel on it all?
I agree.
Indeed.
Eric says always.
Always.
With that being said, guys, I know we are early, but I feel like right now that's probably the best place to leave this. So I'm going to say that on behalf of myself, Priest, on behalf of 217 Radio, as well as my colleagues, I bid you good night and thank you for watching The Sleeper Hold.